My dear students, today I am going to discuss about basics of human resources planning, or in short what we call as HRP. But first of all, let me begin the first instance, why do we need human resource planning? As you know, in today's world it is a global competition, and there is a need for organizations to have a competitive edge at the marketplace. Organizations strive hard to ensure effectiveness by optimizing their human resources. So, the challenge here for organizations is to ensure a steady flow of the needed human resources. So, I would like to mention here some of the points why we need human resources planning, or the importance or the significance. Let us discover to begin with what are the significance or the need for human resource planning. First of all, the shortage of certain categories of employees and or various varieties of skills may arise in future for any organization. So, we have to look after that. That is one of the reasons. Secondly, there is ever changing technology. New marketing strategies are coming up and the environment is changing constantly. So, because of changing technology and changing management styles, we need to cope up with the changing times. So, there is a dire need for human resources planning. Next point I would like to mention is the changes in organization design and structure due to changing economic and market realities, which may affect the demand for the human resources. That you know very well, the market is changing so fast that demand can come down, the demand can go up, so due to various factors, for example like demonetization or so many other factors. So, the organization need to consider all these factors while planning for HRP. So, that is the significance of HRP. And one more point that I would like to mention here, the demographic changes, like the changing profile of the workforce in terms of their age, sex, education. So many demographic profiles are changing very fast. India is a very fast growing country. So, that is why HRP occupies again a very important position. Next point is the government policies with respect to reservation, child labor and various other legislations. The government will come out on and often. So, we have to have HRP in our place. The labor laws affecting the demand and supply of labor, the labor laws are also changing. So, this has to be taken care of, and this can be tackled only with a proper HRP at place. Next point I would like to mention is pressure from trade unions, political parties and social groups. They put pressure on the organization sometimes to recruit more. So, this has to be taken care of. The other point, that is introduction of computers, robots in manufacturing and various sectors. So, how do you look out for changing in manpower quantity and quality? So, again here HRP comes to our rescue. The next point that I would like to mention here, the need to identify, develop and retain right talent in key areas. We have to identify where the talent lies, where the talent we can get. All these things can only be done, ensured by a proper human resources planning. Also, we need to proactively anticipate the changes in the labor markets to initiate suitable actions. For example, suddenly some software skills become very short or some other skills become very short. So, we need not get panicky. If you have done your human resources plan exercise properly, you need not worry about all that. So, that again calls for a human resource plan in place. One more point I would like to mention is to exercise proper control over manpower costs, otherwise the cost may go out of your reach. As a human resources manager, you need to exercise control over manpower costs. So, again, how do you do that? By putting a proper HRP in place. There is a need to have a proper succession, promotion and a transfer policy in your organization to be a professional organizer. So, these are some of the few points I mentioned regarding what you can say the significance or the need, or you should say, or I can say why the human resources planning is required. Having done that, now let us have a look at some of the important definitions of human resource planning. The first one that I would like to mention here is, according to Coleman, manpower planning is the process of determining manpower requirements and the means for meeting those requirements in order to carry out the integrated plan of the organization. So, this is one of the important definitions by Coleman. Second, we will have a look and that is human resource planning is the process by which management ensures that it has the right personnel who are capable of completing those tasks that help the organization reach its objectives. It involves the forecasting of human resources needs and the projected matching of individuals with expected vacancies. So, this definition is also an important definition by none other than the International Labour Organization. I would like to have one more definition, and that is according to Gisler, manpower planning is the process including forecasting, developing and controlling by which a firm ensures it has the right number of people and the right kind of people and at the right place at the right time doing things for which they are economically most useful. So, these three definitions I think give some idea about human resources plan. What is that plan? One more definition here that I would like to mention is about E.W. Uter. He says that human resource planning is a process by which an organization should move from its current manpower position to its desired manpower position. A very simple definition. So, this is all regarding the definition and the need for human resource planning, or what is the importance of human resources planning. We have seen these 3-4 important definitions, and now let us discuss about before starting human resources plan, let us discuss about what are the objectives of human resources planning. By implementing, the objective number 1 can be by implementing HRP, management intends to have the right number and the right kind of people at the right place at the right time doing things which may result in both the organization and the individual receiving maximum long range benefit. Objective number 2 can be to provide a basic sense of direction in all the related areas of HRM. HRM is a very broad function, as you know, students. So, we need to have basic direction in terms of how HRM function can move ahead, in terms of our training, for example, in terms of our recruitment, in terms of our selection. So, how can we move ahead? How can we take decisions regarding, for example, promotions, succession planning? Training and development, as I mentioned, is a very key area in human resources management. And apart from training and development, we have compensation and benefits. So, to meet and other objective of human resources planning can be to meet the needs of the programs of expansion. Organization always go for expansion and diversification. From so the question comes, where can we get these extra additional human resources? So, organization go into knee-jerk reaction, panicky, but if you have a proper human resource plan in place, such things will not. So, that is also one of the objectives of human resource planning. One more important objective of human resource planning is to foresee the impact of technology on work, existing employees and future human resources requirement. What impact technology will have, whether we will have surplus manpower, deficient, there will be deficit. So, this is also to formulate all that, there is also another important objective of human resources planning. To assess the surplus or shortage of human resources and also to take proper actions in place we have to put. This can be done only with a proper human resource planning or the HRP. The next objective can be to minimize the imbalances caused due to non-availability of human resources of right kind, right number, in right time, at the right place. So, this also is important objective. The next is to estimate the cost of human resources. This will give human resource manager an idea of what is the cost involved in human resource planning. How much manpower I got, what are the costs, what are the returns on me. So, this is all. To determine all these things, we require HRP, which is the most important objective of HRP. The one more can be to foresee the employee turnover and make arrangements for minimizing turnover and filling up of consequent vacancies. Employees leave sometimes very early. So, where we have got a plan of action to meet all those things. Okay. So, now we have discussed what we call as the objectives of human resources planning. So, now let us come to the main important thing, and that what we call the HRP, human resources planning process, how the process goes about. First of all, number 1 point is analyzing organizational plans. Please remember that human resource plan HRP is rooted in the strategic business objectives of the firm. This is a very important point you people should understand, because HRP is not something which has come out of the blue. It is roots of HRP as rooted in the business objectives, strategic business objectives of the organization. So, organization plans keeping a strategic perspective is very important for HRP. Second is the demand forecasting, forecasting the overall human resource requirements in accordance with the organization plans. So, how can we do that? There are various things available for forecasting. Let me mention a few of them. The forecasting can be done by managerial judgments. There are many senior managers in organization. They have an idea about the business, how the business goes, and they can exercise their judgment. So, projections, forecasting can be done first of all by what we call as managerial judgments. Second technique is also available, that is called as ratio trend analysis. What is a ratio trend analysis? For example, an organization projects that last year we had a sale of 10 crores. So, this year we will have a sale of, say for example, 20 crores. In that this gives us a brief idea about what is the trend, what is the production to be done in the organization, how much sales people are required, and how much support staff is required. So, a ratio can be projected. So, this is called as ratio trend analysis. There is one more technique which we would like to mention, that is called as by developing various mathematical models. And after mathematical models, one more important and popular technique is called the Delphi technique, in which human resources manager take the opinions of from a panel of expert people, subject matter experts. They take their opinion and project. There is another way of doing that, apart from one more thing, and that is called as Markov analysis and work study techniques and other things. There are many others available. After doing all these things, we come to what we call as the supply forecasting, obtaining the data and information about the present quantum of human resources inventory, that is HRI. This we can get it by what we call as human resource information systems, or HRIS, or we have also got what are called as skills inventories. That gives us an idea about the present manpower. And we come to, after that we come to what we call estimating the net human resource required. After comparing how much are required, there is forecasting and assessing the current existing manpower, we come to what we call as the comparing them and having a net requirement. So, having done after all these things, what should follow next? The next action is, I will give you the projection. In case there is a demand equals supply, so there is no action required here, because we have the demand X quantity, we have the supply X quantity. So, no action can be initiated for extra manpower. Now, let us consider second point. In case of surplus manpower, suppose by doing all this exercise we discover that there is a surplus of manpower. So, in that case, what action as an HR manager you would like to initiate? First of all, we can go for various action, like for example, we can go for restricted hiring. We can go for reducing man hours, working hours we can reduce, or we can go for what we call as early retirements, layoffs, downsizing, right sizing. These are the various options available. Now comes the third thing, and that is the, in case what we do, in case there is a shortage of manpower. This is the main important thing, because in Indian context, in the present business context in our economy, most of the organizations are in a growth mode. So, they require manpower. For this purpose, the action here is, it calls for plan for recruitment and selection programs. So, these are the important things. We come to an end of this by mentioning recruitment and selection programs. After all other related programs of HRP, like induction programs or orientation programs, training and development, performance management, compensation management, everything follow afterwards. So, these are these things I would like to mention as the basics of human resource planning. But one more thing I would like to mention here, it is that today we have not discussed strategic human resource plan. What I have discussed today is a basic outline of what exactly HRP and how the basic outline, basic flow goes. So, I have not discussed today what is the strategic human resource plan. So, we need to discuss strategic human resources planning in greater detail, wherein I also discuss about the forecasting methods, various forecasting methods, etc., in our next session. I would like to conclude here by mentioning only one point. I would like to ask here, see what are the factors that affect our human resource plan. When we have discussed so much, we must be able to give an answer around for what are the factors that are going to affect our human resource plan. I would like to mention some of the important factors which can affect our human resources plan. For example, today's world is a very fast growing world, global economy, very competitive economy. So, there is uncertainty in the market. Uncertainties in the markets can go up, markets can come down. This is one of the important factors which can affect our human resource plan. Okay. Next is, as we said, the labor markets can change. The conditions in the labor markets can change overnight or during a short period. So, this is another factor which can affect human resource planning. One more important factor that can affect human resource planning is the budget requirements. What is our budget available for forecasting or our human resources plan? So, the budget is another factor which can affect human resource planning. One more thing that I would like to mention, the time horizon, which can also affect our human resources planning. Time horizon, what I mean here is, are you planning human resources for 1 year, or are you planning human resources for 5 years or for 10 years? So, time horizon is also another one of the factor which can affect our human resources plan. So, I would like to conclude here by mentioning some of the important things, that human resources plan plays a very vital role in ensuring that the organization have the right people, right kind of people, quantity and quality of people to do the business. If this is not done properly, the business of the organization suffers. So, I would like to request you to go through this, and next time in my next session, I would like to take up what we call a strategic human resources plan. Thank you very much.